Hi, I'm Jeff. This is Tropical Plants off 53 degrees. It's anything but tropical today. I've just been doing the rather mucky job of cleaning out the conservatory gutters, and when you've got 200-year-old sycamore trees looming over them, believe me, it's not a nice job. So today what I thought I'd do is just quickly show you the warm and the cool growing environments and what I'm up to with it and what my thinking is now and what my setup is. I've had to do a lot of changes, and I've got a couple of changes in the pipeline. So I'll swizzle you around and let's get to it. Okay, so last night it was below zero and we had a lot of frost, and we have done for the past few days. So it's give the greenhouse chance to test a few things out and to test the new two different growing environments. So first of all, you can see I'm actually in the 8-foot by 10-foot side, so this is the cooler side. I've swapped all the plants around as best I can. I've written on labels what the minimum temperature that they'll go down to, and I've had to change quite a few things over. Some of these ferns, which kind of are tropical ferns, well, they are really tropical ferns, but they don't mind going down to really cool temperatures, these particular ones. So I've left them here. Obviously the Masdevallias, cold growing, Streptocarpus don't mind cold, ONCIDIUMs could go down quite low. So that side isn't too bad. I've brought the TWINKLE over there, that can go quite low. A couple Highlander Penthes, they can go low too. And the main thing over here, we've got rid of the Cattleyas, we've brought the Dendrobiums over, Hibiscus will go low, the Pelargoniums will go low, Brassia, pretty much everything you can see there. I've checked it all and they all say that they can go to a minimum of 7 or 8. You know, they're all slightly different. Some will go down to 10. What I've got on this side now, I've no humidifier because that's over in the warm side, because obviously with keeping that to, I'm trying to keep it to about 17, 18, we'll discuss that in a little while, but the humidifier over there is in full flow. I've had to move the humidifier sensor, so now down here what we've got just there, we have the temperature, which at the moment is 14, a little bit of bleeds coming through from the warm side, but what my minimum is, oops, just knocking a plant over, I've got 10 there. It looks on the camera, it looks like it's flashing a lot. It doesn't do that actually in real life. It's fixed, but it's 10 degrees. So I've got this heater running here on 1 kilowatt, and the two heaters that I've got running seem to be on first kind of week of testing. I've got a 2 kilowatt heater running on the other side and a 1 kilowatt on this side, and so far it doesn't seem to be overloading the system, and it certainly has been tested because it's gone down to frosty temperatures. So this is on at 1 kilowatt. My last few readings, if I added them both up, were coming to like £3, £3.20, £3.54. That's like in a 24-hour period. So that's absolutely fine. That was what I expected, you know, when I had the 2 kilowatt warming the entire greenhouse to 12. So what you gain on one side, you lose on the other, but it kind of balances out. So on this cool side here, because I'm keeping it at a lower temperature than the 12 degrees and it's running on a 1 kilowatt heater, it's not actually coming on that much. It is coming on obviously, but not that much. I'll just show you my Masdevallia here. That is just superb. That's just the best colour ever. I don't know if you can see those lines on it, on the bloom. It's got like little lines coming down on them. That's just a gorgeous bloom. I don't know where, again, just digressing a little bit here. This is an orchid, and orchids are supposed to have, as we discussed in another video, 3 sepals and 3 petals. Well, where are they? It doesn't fit, does it? It's not even got a labellum, it's not got a lip. Unless they're so modified I can't see them. I don't know. We'll have to get on to Mick for that. He'll perhaps tell us why. A few more that are going to burst very, very soon. Probably too late for tomorrow's orchid show, but never mind, there's always next month's. So yeah, I've moved a lot of these plants over. So in terms of cost, it's looking okay. I have more or less completed the partition there. I've got some grid netting up on either side so I can hang things. So even if I decided at any point that I wanted to remove that central door, I would keep these walls because it gives a bit more interest to the greenhouse, and it also gives some more growing space because you can hang things. So I'll just pause you for a second while I roll up this door. If you're new to my channel, click the subscribe button, ding the notification bell, and you won't miss any updates. Okay, so looking through into the warm side of the greenhouse. So I am finding this door a bit of a faff, to be honest. I don't like the fact that I have to roll it up. I'm trying to think of all sorts of different ways. I actually thought of making my own sliding doors. You can buy like a rail that you can hang on something as a kit. I'll just show you what I mean. Over here we've got this like kind of cross beam here, and you can get like a track and you can attach it to something. And my plan was, right, I can do 2 doors. I measured it all out, it would fit on either side, and I could slide them over. And then I was all about to buy the things, the materials, and then it suddenly struck me, we've got the roof in the way. So you can imagine if you've got like, you know, rectangular doors sliding off to one side, they'll hit the roof. So yeah, that shows I'm not very good at DIY, but it clearly wouldn't be a solution, so that went by the by. I've seen some other like it's like a plastic, but what they're for, they're for going on people's back doors so that animals can go in and out, and they have like down the middle is where you get in and out, and there's like magnets all down the middle, and they're supposedly self-closing. So I've been looking at them. The only problem was that my opening is too wide. I've asked them to see if they'll do bespoke, but they won't. So my next solution, I was actually, from the widest that they did, I was about, I don't know, about 10 centimeters off, a bit too wide. So my next plan is to actually not move this, but do another one to kind of narrow the door just a little bit so that I can have that curtain, because I can't really see me wanting to, you know, roll this thing up every time I come in. It's just too much of a faff. So if anybody's got any other suggestions, I'm all ears. So right, I'm over into the warm side now, and obviously it's all mingling now. I've got my old, well, it's a new one actually, a new heater down there. So that is on 2 kilowatts now. This controller here will do like a nighttime temperature and a daytime temperature if you want. So at the moment I've got it on a daytime temperature of 19, and then a nighttime temperature I've put it on 17. Only just really to give it a little bit of a chance during the night while it was so cold, and just to test it out really. I probably will, because the warm growers don't really want that much of a differential, I don't think. Again, I'm going to have to check with all the different plants because they're all different, aren't they? So yeah, over here we've got Vanda, we've got tropical ferns that prefer the warmer temperatures, we've got the Hoyas, the Tradescantias. They love warm temperatures, and even though they've only been like here on this side for a few days, they're already growing like crazy, like really growing. Like I actually had a flower on one the other day, which was totally unexpected. Really cute little thing, but it only lasted one day, unfortunately. I have got these Highland Nepenthes, these are here, but they're not that bothered. They still, you know, they'll grow in the warm temperatures. Whether they absolutely need the cooler temperatures at some point, I don't know, but I've really nowhere else I can grow them at the moment. Again, that's a work in progress. I've brought the Miltonias over. What else have we got over here? I said tropical ferns, the Phlebodium, yeah, over there. I've got Phlebodium in both sides. The Phlebodium actually don't really mind. They will go down to cooler temperatures, as probably will the Cymbidium. I'm sure somebody will chip in there in the comments. Bulbophyllum, I think it's been desperate for some warm temperatures. Obviously the Phalaenopsis like warm temperatures. Oh, and if anybody saw my video on how not to repot a Cattleya. I don't know if I can zoom in here, we'll try. Now if you just look there, just there, I'll actually zoom in with this with the editing software, and you can actually see a new root coming. So I'm vindicated. I can change the title of that video to how to repot a Cattleya, and if you look in the middle, that is definitely more pronounced than it was in the past, that new growth. So that Cattleya, I'm pleased to say, is, well, I might not be able to say it's 100% saved, but it's certainly on its way. Layer anceps, we've got rid of the scale on there. We knew that had roots anyway, it's just whether I kill it in the meantime. This, I always forget what it's called, Zygopetalum, has 2 new growths on it. Look at that, I'm dead chuffed with that, because everybody, oh, and a root as well, oh, that's a new one for me there, look. I'm really chuffed with that, because I really thought when it started rotting in different places that I'd done something horrendous to it. And again, it's the same old story with my greenhouse, I just need to let it dry out. What else have we got? We've got the plumeria. I'm not so sure whether these are looking like they're dying off, I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, so that's where I am at the moment. I've brought over the no longer Ricara, I don't know how the heck you pronounce that, Mia Mecatavola, Mia Mecatavola, Catavola, Maya Mecatavola, Mia Mecatavola, I don't know how you pronounce it, Francis Fox, and I can get that bit. Black Eye Susan prefers the warmer temperatures, Renanthera prefers the warmer temperatures, and my Masdevallia in the corner, it just doesn't seem to mind anything. The great big long name one, these blooms going over now, but there's plenty of new growths on it and some buds there. So yeah, that's the warmer side and the cooler side together, and it's all working pretty well at the moment. So it's just the door really that I need to sort out. So once I can get that sorted out, then I think I can look into buying more plants again, which is really what it's all about, isn't it? I know people prefer the plant videos, but well, like I say, there's no money in YouTube for me anyway, so I do what I feel like doing. Just to show you this Miltoniopsis. I was getting mixed up between those two, Miltoniopsis. It seems to be drying out better now that I've put it over here, put loads of holes in it, put it in like direct line of the fan. It's not dying, it's just really wrinkled and not looking that sturdy. There are a few roots in it, but they don't look to be live ones, I don't think. So the jury's still out on that one. I should have listened, shouldn't I? Everybody warned me about those, but I'm going to still keep trying. I'll get there eventually. So yeah, just a quick update. So I think that's pretty much everything for today. So if you would like to drop me a like, that would be great. It all helps and it all keeps me doing videos. Just another quick one. I've repotted this. I didn't video it because I guess people have seen these before. It's my Brassia, and there's a new growth there next to my finger. I've moved it over, give it a bigger pot. Tell you what I'm not that thrilled with, trying to get it in the pot, and you can see I've got gaps underneath there. Finding it really hard to get the media in between them all, so I don't know if anybody's got any tips on that. At the moment I'm just going to leave it for a little bit, but that might be something I need to sort out, try to get a bit of media at the bottom. Now, I suppose they're not really bothered if they're used to growing in very airy places. So yeah, that's it for now. I'll try not to ramble on. Oh, and finally, he says, it's going to bloom, isn't it? Look, Dendrobium kingianum. So I'm vindicated in keeping it at 12 degrees. It doesn't seem to mind, although it is now going down to about 8 sometimes on a night. But that's only very recently, the last week, so that's not induced the blooming. It would have bloomed anyway. So yeah, I guess like different plants have different tolerances, and keeping it at 12 degrees might not have been ideal, but it's somehow overcome that. So that's it for now, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.